It's time for Logan High School Sports, a presentation of KVNU, 610 AM and 102.1 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, DD Auto and Salvage, Old Grist Mill, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Adams Wealth Advisors, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Logan Grizzlies on KVNU.
Welcome on in to Logan High School, home of the Grizzlies, and tonight's venue for this 4A boys basketball matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Mountain View Bruins. I'm Jason Walker, joined by Adam Lurcher. Nice to have you on board for this, what should be an exciting Friday evening basketball game.
Absolutely. Both of these teams look like we're going to match up well enough that we're going to have, I think we're going to have some offensive scoring tonight.
Yeah, these two teams coming in with losing records, but on their way to fixing that. The Grizzlies are on a 2-game winning streak. They come into this game 4-6. Mountain View, not too long ago, they were 3-7, but now they're 6-7. 3 straight wins. They beat Hillcrest, American Leadership Academy, and Murray in their 3 most recent games. The Grizzlies, they also beat American Leadership Academy a couple of games ago. And just last night, a thriller as they won 53-51 over Tooele. Cam Alvaredo getting a go-ahead bucket in the final 30 seconds. And then it was Ethan Woolley putting the one free throw to make it a 2-point game. But an absolute thrilling game. The Grizzlies led by 10 early in that game. They trailed by 10 at one point in that game. They come back and win it. It was absolutely amazing stuff.
Seems to be a team of this Logan team, just man alive. When they eke out a win, it is just a heart stopper. They just can't seem to take the lead and hold on to it.
Yeah, and the man of the hour, certainly, I know Cam got the go-ahead bucket. Ethan Woolley had some clutch scoring with that free throw. But Reed Olson, now we had him at 26 points, which tied his career high that he had earlier this year. But then when they went back and they statted the game, they had Reed Olson for 30 points. A new career high, his first 30-point game, obviously. And then 20 rebounds, not too far off his rebounding career high that he did against Cedar earlier this year. So, my goodness, this young man had a career night.
Absolutely. You're happy as a coach if your player gets more than maybe 8 rebounds a game, right? That's being productive on the court. He got 20 in one game, and that's not even his career high. His career high is 23. Yeah, he is just a rebounding machine.
Yeah, he just goes after those offense and defensive glass. He split it evenly, 10 offensive boards, 10 defensive boards. And so he's out there just making a massive impact. A lot of his teammates kind of have struggled. They struggled that night shooting. Like Ethan Woolley, he's a guy who can normally get you 10, 12 points. He had 2, was just off a little bit. Others like Milo Steele, Josh Jensen, Max Clayton, not hitting some of the shots that they're typically capable of making. But Reed was there to clean up a lot of them, and in most cases just put it right back up there and in. So tonight you're going to hope to not have quite the one-man show. It worked that night, but now especially that you're on a little back-to-back, we don't have too many of these in high school ball. They do happen sometimes early in the season, but you got a little back-to-back. You got to play 2 games in a row. I know they're young men, but they can still get tired.
Absolutely, yep, and that's one thing, like you were saying, these back-to-backs, especially playing against a player like Jackson Hawker-Smith on the Bruins. He seems like an absolute all-star. We're looking down on the court. He's number 11. He is a big kid, and he looks comfortable with his size. He doesn't seem like kind of the deer on stilts. He seems like he knows how to shoot the 3. He looks like he knows how to drive into the paint and ball control. He's going to be a handful for this Logan Grizzlies, and like you were saying, that tiredness can sometimes stack on top of each other. I'm interested to see how the endurance of the Grizzlies pans out, especially as we start moving into region play and potentially playoffs, where you've got to have your endurance, you got to have your conditioning on par, or else you're going to fall behind a team.
Now, it's not a complete advantage in conditioning, as it was 2 days ago that Mountain View was playing Murray. So they have an advantage, but it's 24 hours. So how much is 24 hours of rest worth? I think that's what we're going to find out. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We've got the national anthem coming up, so we'll take a break for that, and then we'll introduce the starting lineups for both of these teams. Coming up next here on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, home of the Grizzlies and streaming live on CashValleyDaily.com, your video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, because I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Welcome on back to Logan High School as we're just about set to start this 4A boys basketball matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Mountain View Bruins. It's a Battle of the Bears.
Battle of the Bears.
We usually have that with Bear River and Logan, but we got one here in non-region play. We've got the starting lineups being announced, and we'll go ahead and announce those as well, starting with the visiting Bruins. We've got number 7, the senior guard, 5'11", number 0, Kevin Lewis. Then we've got number 2, the 6-foot senior guard, Brennan Olson, joined in the backcourt by the number 3 junior guard, 6-foot Jake Goodman. Then we've got the man we mentioned earlier, the forward, the 6'8" senior, number 11, Jackson Hockersmith, joined in the front court by the 6'4" senior, number 30, Coleman Pearson. Then for the Logan Grizzlies, we've got in the backcourt number 0, Josh Jensen, joined there by number 13, Milo Steele. And then in the front court, we've got number 21, the sophomore forward, Ethan Woolley, and the Olsen brothers, number 15, Reed Olsen, the senior center, and his brother, number 24, the sophomore 6'3" forward, Graydon Olsen. They've been running the starting lineup for several games now, and we've seen some pretty good things from that. Graydon really coming into his own as a sophomore, playing some very key minutes. You can see the growth that he's going to have pretty quickly, a lot like his brother Reed, who made some pretty big strides from last year to this year.
Absolutely, like you were saying, and I think it's a testament to the system, right, where the coaches are putting an emphasis on developing your younger players. You do have a solid core of experienced players, right, but sometimes you can dive down into those lower classmen and you can find little gems like Graydon Olsen.
Yeah, they've also got the sophomore Ethan Woolley. And it helps because you got Saden Enby, who's injured right now, hasn't played since he went down against Morgan. And I think that's where Graydon Olsen has really stepped in. He wasn't playing as many minutes, but now he's in the starting lineup and making a big impact. Reed Olsen wins the tip against Hockersmith, and the Grizzlies will therefore start with the ball in this 4A boys basketball matchup. Graydon Olsen giving it to Woolley, over to Milo Steele. 2-3 zone for Mountain View, looking to stop Reed Olsen underneath. They're going to probably have to shoot their way out of this. Could be tricky, although we saw zone defense from Tooele at times. Jensen Graydon Olson, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Woolley has it on the elbow. Backs out to the top of the arc. Has to put up a wild three-point shot. Misses it. Doesn't hit the rim, but they didn't call a shot clock violation. Mountain View will grab the board, though. So they have it for the first time tonight. Josh Jensen guarding number 3 for Mountain View, Brennan Olson. And then a turnover in the backcourt. Long pass. They're wanting a... Wait. Nope, they're calling a foul. I know she thought they weren't. Coleman Pearson was wondering where the foul was called. He was saying he got held, and it's why he couldn't get to the ball, and they will call it.
Close referee must have missed the jersey tug. A far referee's like, no, we got to stop that. We got to call that, because it definitely was a definite tug on the jersey and a foul.
That one goes against Ethan Woolley. Bruins will inbound on the sideline. They give it over to Kevin Lewis. He sends it to Brennan Olson. A lot of Olsons on the floor right now. Lewis thought about a long three-pointer. Ends up picking up his dribble. Gives it over to Olson. 17 seconds to the shot clock. Olson drives the lane. Doesn't get the shot to go. He's saying he was fouled, but the referee's saying it got tipped out of his hands. Calls it off of Logan, though, so it's going to stay with the Bruins. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Solid defense so far from Logan, not giving necessarily the Bruins what they want.
They get it to Pearson. He sends it over to Olson. He's trying to find Hockersmith inside. Sends the pass in. Hockersmith wasn't ready for it, and it pinballs around. Grizzlies pick it up.
The longer you can keep the ball out of Hockersmith's hands, I think the more likely that you can keep this game under your control if you're Logan.
Graydon Olson, three-point attempt, no good. Reed Olson snags the board, kicks out to Jensen. He'll try a three. He misses way off. So 2 straight three-point misses for the Grizzlies. No team has scored yet. We're at 6:10 to go here in the first quarter. Mountain View has it. Hockersmith on the perimeter. Hands it off, and then a three-pointer long and drilled by Coleman Pearson. He's the guy they're going to have to watch out for. He's got a lot of length and perimeter skill as well. Grizzlies in transition after the made shot. They get it to go. I believe Jensen.
Yep, Josh Jensen with those points. I want to see that speed that Josh Jensen has moving up and down the court. Maybe not take as many threes, but use that athleticism you have to your advantage.
Coleman Pearson committing an offensive foul. They're saying he pushed off of Ethan Woolley. Pearson not happy about that. I was kind of looking in that direction. I'm not sure I saw exactly what the foul was, but the referee had a better angle to see a potential push off than I did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Then a steal, and I think ultimately knocked out of bounds by Pearson. He can't believe it. He thinks it was off him, but I agree with the officials on this one.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. I think he's just trying to plead his case to a referee that will listen, and unfortunately none of them are.
So the Grizzlies have the ball. They trail 3-2, 1 bucket apiece for these teams. For Mountain View, theirs was a three-pointer. Graydon Olson has the ball running, and he almost traveled there, but he manages to get the pass to Milo Steele, who hits the layup, breaking the press of Mountain View. Grizzlies have their first lead of the night, 4-3.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of this Logan offense they've had so far. Attack the paint. Use your speed. Put the Bruins on their back heels. Get those easy layups when you can.
Grizzlies with a bit of a high press. They get to Pearson. He drives in the lane, and an offensive foul charge drawn by Graydon Olson. That may send Pearson to the bench.
Heads up play by Olson right there.
You could see it coming, too.
And exactly. He knew exactly. He is not going to stop. Okay, I'm going to get my feet set, everything, and take this charge. Great heads-up play by Olson.
So that sends Pearson to the bench. He's one of their starters. He's one of their best three-point shooters. High volume and high percentage, 36%. He's got the 1-3 so far. Graydon Olson with the ball. They almost did a press break, almost got a layup, but they pull up. And now they'll run the offense from here. Woolley has the ball, mid-range jumper, no good. Reed Olson fighting for the rebound, couldn't quite snag it. Mountain View going the other way. Calvin Floyd nearly had to put a wild pass up, but manages to get it to a teammate. 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. Mountain View with the ball. Grizzlies lead 4-3. Hockersmith going against Reed Olson. He kicks it out to the corner. Three-pointer up, no good. Snagged by Calvin Floyd of the Bruins. Give it out to Hockersmith. He puts up a wild three. Misses off the backboard and the rim. Grizzlies going the other way. And a turnover, a carry. Josh Jensen getting a little too careless. And he gives the ball away for free. Jensen will take a seat on the bench. Max Clayton comes in for his first action of the night. Junior guard averaging 3 points a game. One of their top 3-point shooters as well. Probably try and use him to break this press, although it is Mountain View that has the ball right now. Trying to find a pass out to reset things. They get it to Brennan Olson. Olson going around Steele, trying to find his way into the lane. Swings a pass out to the 3-point line. It's open and it's good. Kevin Lewis drills the long distance shot. Now, tough full court pressure. Grizzlies managed to break it initially, get it to Reed Olson, although he'll reset back out to Clayton. Now to Steele, left wing, kicks to Graydon Olson. Now to Ethan Woolley on the elbow, tried to dump it off to Reed Olson, but it's well read by Mountain View, although they turn it immediately over.
Just two solid hustle players by Kevin Lewis and Calvin Floyd for the Bruins, just knocking the ball out of bounds as they were both trying to go for it. Unfortunately, just doesn't pan out as Logan is looking to take the inbounds pass with Milo Steele. Sorry for the technical difficulties of our camera. Jason's going off to fix it. Ethan Woolley bringing the ball up, calling the play, getting the team set. As it looks like he drives in, mid-range jumper, shoots off the backboard and in. Ethan Woolley with his first points of the night. Our score is 6-6 with 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Again, cameras back as the Bruins give it to Jason Hawker-Smith. Long shot by number 0. Kevin Lewis misses. Rebound by Olson as Milo Steele is going to bring the ball up the court, set the play.
Tight game so far between these two sides. Grizzlies take over with it. Under 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Milo Steele dribbling through traffic. Has to pick up his dribble, reset to Ethan Woolley. He takes a pull-up three. He nails it!
Ethan Woolley's got the last 5 points for the Logan Grizzlies. He's heating up. You love to see that.
They definitely need offense from a lot of different players. And they're getting it so far. Swatted away. Cam Alvarado. He's off and running. He picks up his dribble. He travels. He lost his dribble, and then he was either a double dribble or a travel. Unfortunately, got a little too eager on that fast break.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just had that all excitement. Solid player, solid hustle, like you were saying. Just couldn't pull up at the right time. Commits the travel.
So it stays 9-6 as the Grizzlies lead with 2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. 4A boys basketball here on KVNU. Jason Walker, Adam Lurcher bringing you the action. Hawker-Smith, he'll take a three-pointer, and he nails it. Shoots about 19% from three on the season, but trying to get Reed Olson out of the paint and make him respect that shot. A pass inside Alvarado, and he gets it to go. Excellent passing there. Eli Cox with the final pass to get that open layup.
Quick passes that have a purpose when they get there. You're not just passing around. Works great for Logan Grizzlies.
May have been a bit of a travel, but he gets away with it. Missed the shot, though, did Aiden Peterson, and the Grizzlies grab the board. It was Reed Olson. Now they get their play going. They lead 11-9. Cox navigating a screen over to Clayton on the right wing. Back to Cox at midcourt. Dribbles over to the right wing. Looking for Woolley. He gets into the right corner. Dumps underneath. Alvarado. He's swatted. No, they call a foul. And I think that's correct. I think they got him on the arm. He did get the ball, but I think there was a bit of a push there.
Yeah, I think that arm that got him before the ball, giving Cam Alvarado the opportunity to shoot some free throws and to continue. He's got 2 points on the night, looking to add to that stat.
Not a whole lot of free throws for him this year. Only 3, I believe. He misses this one. That's actually his first miss on the season. He was a perfect 3 of 3 before that free throw. He'll have a chance to make one and give the Grizzlies a 3-point lead as Reed Olson checks out. For the final minute here, chance to get some rest. Alvarado misses the second one. So after starting 3 of 3 from the season, he goes 0 for on a trip there. Now driving into the paint, Mountain View just off the front rim. Offensive rebound and then stolen away by Andre Campos. Then he nearly turns it over. And then a foul committed by Pearson, who came back into the game with 2 fouls. He now has 3.
He's got to just take a chill pill if he wants to stay in this game. as he immediately gets subbed out. They're going to have that three-point shooting later on in the game. It's pretty much the only thing they've had success with so far at Mountain View.
So the Grizzlies take over. There's just under a minute to play now. 11-9 the score, advantage to the Grizzlies. They're going to try and get to this last minute here. They got their star on the bench. Campos with it. Gives it. Oh, there's a double dribble. Yeah, Campos didn't. He forgot that he picked up his dribble, and then he dribbled it again right before he was going to pass it to Graydon Olson.
Sometimes you just see a great idea or a great opening on the court, and you forget, oh, wait, I can't do this right now.
You can't do it anymore.
And that's just where experience comes into the game. Guarantee he doesn't do it the rest of the game.
He had several really good, tough possessions. I think only 2 points last game, but several key moments defensively and offensively that helped the Grizzlies get that win. Now Campos defending the Bruins. Now Kevin Lewis has it, driving into the lane, puts up a shot, no good. They call a foul. And that's going to send Lewis to the free throw line.
I believe they call that on Max Clayton. That's his first foul of the night.
Now Kevin Lewis, he is a sniper from the free throw line. He's only missed once all year, 17 of 18, good for 94%, and he makes it 18 of 19. He'll have a chance to tie this one. Shot clock will be off. So whoever has ball next. Missed the free throw. So it's still a lead for the Grizzlies, and they have a chance to extend that. Was working really hard to jinx him there.
Yeah, nice. I think it worked.
Max Clayton has it, gives it over to Olson in the corner. 18 seconds on the clock. Now to Clayton in the corner. He'll take the three, misses it. And Alvarado fighting for the rebound, couldn't grab it. 11 seconds and Mountain View going the other way. Now out three-pointer Lewis. He gets it to go. And that'll be the final moment of the first quarter. Mountain View taking a 13-11 lead into the break. We'll go ahead and take that break, and we'll be back after this.
Days of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Welcome back to Logan High School. We begin just a little too late as we begin the second quarter, and Mountain View getting a bucket right away. Jackson Hockersmith getting his second bucket of the day, first inside the arc. As the Grizzlies now trail 15-11 early in this second quarter. Underneath to Reed Olson, he misses the shot, trying to track down his own shot, misses it, and Hockersmith gets whistled for a foul.
And he was not happy about that. He thought he had a solid block against Olson. And like we were saying earlier in the game, last game Olson had 20 rebounds, and he just hustles and he just fights. He does not give up on plays, and we saw that just barely, just how much grit he has getting those rebounds.
So Olson will get a pair. I believe he went 2 of 4 in the last game. I didn't double check. He had a few trips to the line. His free throw percentage did fall. He's now shooting 62%, although he'll up that slightly as he makes the first to make this 15-12. Now we wait the second free throw. 7:30 to go here in the second quarter. As Olsen's second free throw is good. Trickles through the net, doesn't touch anything else. And that gives Reed Olsen his first 2 points of the day. Mountain View with the ball. They get it to Jake Goodman, driving into the lane. Floater up, no good. Graydon Olsen grabs the board. Milo Steele brings it across midcourt for the Grizzlies. Looking for a pass. Finds Graydon Olsen underneath. Little off balance. He commits an offensive foul. He just put his shoulder right into the defender. Kevin Lewis drawing that one.
Yeah, man alive. He bodied him. And, I mean, heads-up play by Kevin Lewis, or just being like, holy cow, he just got tried.
Yeah, I don't know if he was necessarily trying to draw a charge, but he did. First foul on Graydon, I believe. As Mountain View with it, get it to Hockersmith in the post, going against Olsen. He swings out to the three-point line. Three-point shot is up. Offensive rebound long. Hockersmith easily tips that out to the backcourt. Mountain View resets. Lewis, Kevin Lewis driving inside, and then he resets outside to Goodman. Goodman trying to go around a screen. Well defended by Andre Campos. And then a poor pass from Hockersmith. He throws it wide of his intended man, Brennan Olsen. Grizzlies take over.
Mountain View does a really good job of creating friction when they're on offense, right, by setting those screens. Unfortunately, I guess for Mountain View, or luckily for Logan, they just, after they set a screen, they just bounce out to the three-point line. They don't roll a traditional pick and roll. And I think that's where Hockersmith would have a lot more success. Or luckily for the Grizzlies, they haven't done that so far.
Reed Olsen in the post going against Hockersmith. Kicks it out to Woolley. He drives into the lane, puts up a floater. I think it was partially blocked by Hockersmith. And Mountain View going the other way with it now. Goodman, then kick out to Hockersmith. He'll attempt a three, in and out. He thought he had his second of the game, and he has to go back down the court.
That was about 98% in, just that 2% kicks it right out.
Milo Steele with it, top of the arc. Gives to Woolley. Thinks about driving in, gives it to Graydon Olsen. He'll take a three. It's no good, tipped, and then going out of bounds off of Mountain View. Good pressure from Josh Jensen, kind of forcing an offensive rebound, just kind of by being there.
Yeah, just right place, right time.
So the Grizzlies will have the ball, a reset shot clock, 33 seconds. Inbound to Steele, he's in the corner. Has to swing it up top to Woolley. Waiting for a screen, gets it from Reed Olsen. Pump fakes, he's got Reed Olsen underneath, a mismatch. Trying to take advantage, but Reed Olsen's gonna have the ball stolen. We're gonna end it with a jump ball. And I think that goes to the Grizzlies. Kind of a waste of a jump ball in that situation.
Yeah, I think possession I was pointing in Mountain View's favor.
They got it at the beginning of the quarter.
Oh, there you go.
So it's Grizzly ball. 5:25 to go here in the second quarter. Grizzlies still trail 15-13. They inbound the ball to Graydon Olsen. Fakes a mid-range jumper, hands off to Milo Steele. He swings it up top to Woolley, drives down the left side of the paint. Turnaround, wild high jumper, misses it. Reed Olsen trying to track down the board, but it's Graydon Olsen who ends up coming up with it, and he backs it out to the perimeter. Long possession for the Grizzlies. 5 minutes to go now.
In opportunities like this, you got to get points out of it, and I think that's what the Logan Grizzlies are thinking, calling a timeout. Let's set a play. Let's run our offense the way we want to, because like you said, long possession, got to get points out of this, especially with the 2-point deficit.
So it's a 30-second timeout with 5:02 to go here in the second quarter. We'll keep it here. And I guess for the Grizzlies, the frustration now is that your offense is kind of stalled. Well, both offenses have stalled. They went into the break, it was 13-11, and we're 3 minutes in, and both teams have basically gotten one bucket.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot is happening. We look over at Mountain View. Their two scorers on the floor right now are number 0, Kevin Lewis, and number 11, Hawker-Smith, who I thought would have more of an impact early in the game. So far, Logan's done a really good job of clamping down on offense and maybe making him take shots that, well, honestly, statistically aren't that great, right? Namely that three-point shot. I mean, he's almost, what did he say on the stat, 6'8"?
Yeah, he's 6'8", and so, like, he's got a chance to make those outside shots.
I would rather have him in the paint all night long, but that's just me.
Yeah, but Reed Olson's in the paint as well, and that's making it a bit of a problem. Ethan Woolley dribbles it off his knee, ends up as a turnover. Mountain View with the ball now. Hawker-Smith on the left wing, gives it up to Goodman. He thought about a three. He'll reset it up top. They swing it over to the right now. Now back to Goodman. Trying to navigate around a screen into the paint. Guarded by Woolley. Puts the layup up and in. Works his way through some contact. And there's a bucket for the Bruins.
That was Jake Goodman, number 3, with his first points of the night, making the score 17-13.
Reed Olson inside against Hawker-Smith. Puts it up and in. Hawker-Smith didn't provide a whole lot of resistance. He's not in foul trouble. I think he just recognized Reed Olson's going to get a shot off and will just do the best. Dribble handoff. Goodman driving into the paint, guarded well by Reed Olson, but the offensive rebound is there for Hawker-Smith as Reed Olson was occupied, forcing the missed shot. And Hawker-Smith puts it back up and in. He's now got 7 points. And it's a 19-15 lead for Mountain View. Graydon Olson with it, looking for a pass, trying to find Reed Olson in the post. He's got an isolation, goes up strong, misses the shot, rebound tipped around, Reed Olson gets it, and then he gets the reverse layup to go.
Hustle and grit is Reed Olson's game, not giving up on the play. Love to see it. Yeah, you see it, and he can do it the whole game. It's not like he only does it once or twice. He's going to do it the whole game for the Grizzlies.
Mountain View now in possession. They get to Hawker-Smith in the paint. He'll ISO on Reed Olson. Turnaround hook is good. It's a battle of the bigs here as they go back and forth.
Hawker-Smith starting to find his groove with kind of that hook shot / easy layup against the backboard. Reed Olson's going to have to start pressuring him to maybe take some mid-range jumpers.
Graydon on the perimeter, fighting his way inside. Misses the shot, may have been blocked by Hawker-Smith, but an offensive rebound to the Grizzlies. Now Reed Olson in the post, gives it to Milo Steele. Misses the three-point shot, and then as Reed goes back up, he has swatted emphatically. Hawker-Smith's got about 2 or 3 blocks in this game, doing a good job. Now Mountain View looking for Hawker-Smith, but Reed Olson reads the entry pass like a book and gets the easiest steal of his life. Steal, a good screen. Reed Olson about killed a man there, and then he goes inside, and then a jump ball as he got tied up trying to go up for a shot. It was Jake Goodman with the good defense there.
Yeah, that player that almost got killed looked like it was number 2, Brennan Olson. And he got, like you were saying, he got trucked by Reed Olson. Just a solid screen.
Just didn't see that screen coming.
Absolutely.
So Mountain View with the ball, they lead 21-17. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Three-pointer up and no good. Kevin Lewis, he's got a couple three-pointers, but missed that one. And now Josh Jensen going the other way. Woolley looking for a pass, gets Reed Olson at the elbow, gives it back to Woolley. Woolley looking for a pass, throws it up for Reed Olson. He's looking to isolate in the post. Then he kicks it out to Steele. He'll take a three, nails it. Steele with his first triple of the game. He's got 5 as the Grizzlies now trail 21-20. Floater in the paint, no good. Kicks hard off the iron. Woolley snags the board. As we've got 1:24 to go here in the second quarter. Grizzlies trying to retake the lead here. Steele lobs it up for Reed Olson. Reed Olson blocked from behind. Hawker-Smith managed to catch Reed Olson, who thought he had an open layup, managed to swat it from behind. Goes out of bounds, though. Grizzlies will hang on to it.
Both Reed Olson and Hawkersmith have had themselves very impressive nights. Hawkersmith, what I've noticed is he's very good at timing when you're going to go up for that layup, and he is very good at getting those blocks. Have to keep our eyes on that to see if Reed Olson is able to adjust and maybe catch him off guard and get some fouls.
Reed Olson does manage to get it past the Hawkersmith block, gets it to lay it up and in for his 8th point, and gives Logan the lead back.
As Mountain View, Hawkersmith has the ball down low, up against Reed Olson. He is fouled, but bucket will not go. That's going to be Reed Olson's first foul of the night. As Hawkersmith is going to be going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Battle of the bigs, like Jason said earlier. Both Reed Olson and Hawkersmith trading blow for blow as Hawkersmith takes his first free throw. Nothing but nylon.
That'll tie this game up 22 apiece. 54 seconds to go as Hawkersmith gets into double figures. He's got 10. He'll try to make it 11. He'll not do so. Off the front rim. Rebounds tipped out of bounds. It was off the Bruins. Aiden Peterson. So it remains tied 22. Grizzlies have a chance to take the lead. Under 50 seconds to play now. Grizzlies slowing it up. Milo Steele bringing it across midcourt. Trying to split the defense. The 2-3 gets into the post for Reed Olson. Reed Olson double teamed. Has to kick it out. Has it tipped out of his hands as he's trying to throw it to a teammate. Now going the other way and fouled on the attempt. Eli Cox got him on the arm. Milo Steele's max. I think he thinks it was on him, but it was Eli Cox. They call it on him, and he did foul him.
Absolutely, and I think just Eli Cox thinking, because he was at that play, he was making a pretty good block. Unfortunately, he was fouled before the block. You feel the frustration as this score is tied, 22-22, free throw taken, and barely climbs over the iron and in. Mountain View with a 23-22 lead as Brennan Olson's going to take his second free throw.
Chance to make it a 2-point advantage for the Bruins. He does exactly that. And now Steele will once again bring it over the midcourt stripe. Shot clock is off, so the Grizzlies have a chance to have the last shot. Although about every time I say that, they end up taking a shot with like 10 seconds to go. Opponents too, like whoever I say that about, they always take an earlier shot. 14 seconds now. Reed Olson has it in the corner, looking to pass. He's not going to operate from there. Still no pass. Throws it, goes through the hands of one of his teammates, but Ethan Woolley gets it, or excuse me, Eli Cox gets it. Now Woolley has it. He'll take a long three, no good. Reed Olson gets the board, and as he went up for it, he missed it. Everyone on Logan wanted a foul. I don't think it was there. Reed Olson doesn't protest too much.
Yeah, I don't think a referee in that situation is going to call it either going into halftime. Just let the players play.
So that'll be your halftime score. Mountain View leading by the same amount as they did going into the second quarter. They lead by 2, 24-22. We'll take a break. We'll have some halftime analysis next here on 102 FM, 610 AM, KVNU, and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT. When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, because I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT. When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. CC Store for details.
So we're here at halftime. This game between Logan Grizzlies and the Mountain View Bruins. I'm Jason Walker, joined by Adam Lurcher, as we're taking through tonight's action as the Grizzlies trying to get on a 3-game winning streak. Of course, Mountain View, they're on a 3-game winning streak right now, so they're trying to keep that going. And Adam, let's look at some halftime point totals. Some good things for both sides, generally. Some spread out offense for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start over with Mountain View real quick. Obviously, their leading scorer is going to be Jackson Hawkersmith. And like we were saying before, right, he is going to be pretty dangerous from the three-point line. He's 1 for 3, but on inside the paint, he's 3 for 3. And I think that the coaches are going to just keep telling him, keep attacking Reed Olson, right? Don't let him get comfortable, kind of pushing you around in the paint. You're just as big as him. So if that's what I'd be doing if I were the Mountain View coaches, right? Let's look around at some other points from him. Kevin Lewis, he is 2 for 4 from three-point land. He kind of went hot there for a minute, and he's got 1 free throw to total 7 points. Let's jump over to Logan, right? Obviously, our leading scorer, like we were talking earlier, Battle of the Bigs, is going to be Reed Olson. He's got 10 points, having some success. He's,
8 points.
8 points. Sorry, I almost said that wrong. He's having a lot of success inside the paint. He's 2 for 2 on free throws as well. looking to see more of that. You got to find him in the paint. Same thing, right? You're just as big as Hawker Smith. I think he's more athletic than Hawker Smith inside the paint. I want to see Reed Olson take advantage of that. Yeah, definitely. But I think just as important as Reed Olson getting involved, you got other guys. You got two guys with 5 points. You got Milo Steele and Ethan Woolley getting some contributions. Cam Alvarado, Josh Jensen. So it's important for them to get that supplementary scoring, I think, you know. Sometimes the guy can just take over, and we kind of saw that last game, but you don't want that to be your sustained model. And I think we're seeing some good things. Just need to keep continuing that. Get Max Clayton a couple of shots. You know, have Ethan Woolley get a couple of extra shots. But, of course, as always, feed the man inside, Reed Olson. Absolutely, and that starts with ball movement. And there have been times where Logan's ball movement has been crisp and honestly some of the best you'll ever see on a high school court. Got to see more of that, right? Build up that momentum, right, of when you're looking to pass, don't just pass to pass, right? At least as far as me, that's what I always look for. How are your passes, right? Are you looking to expose a weakness on the defense, or are you just trying to reset every single time you throw the ball? And I think that's something that Logan has moments of where they do really well, and then maybe other moments where they maybe take their foot off the gas, where they could just keep accelerating. Well, we'll look to see some of those positives here in the second half. We're about 2.5 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this here on KVNU 102 FM, 610 AM, as well as streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, because I hate a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Welcome back to Logan High School as we're about to get started with the second half of this 4A boys basketball matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Mountain View Bruins. Shout out to the Grizzlies staff bringing us a couple of sodas right as we begin the second half there. They treat us way too well here.
I was going to say, shout out to the Logan Grizzlies, not only just the players and coaches, but administration. I mean, this is a very well... everyone's so kind here. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, everyone's just chill. It's amazing. So as we begin the second half, the Grizzlies have the ball. Possession arrow pointed their way. There were a couple of held balls in that second quarter, mix things up. Ethan Woolley driving into the paint to try and start. He has it stripped away, though. Pearson coming away with it. He's got 3 fouls. He's going to take a 3 right off the bat, though, and he'll drill it, making his presence felt. He is not happy about how little he's played because of his foul trouble. He starts things off by giving Mountain View a lead, a 5-point lead now. Josh Jensen into the paint, misses. Pearson snagging the ball, keeps it away from Reed Olson.
And that is not easy to do. Like you were saying, Pearson's looking to just make a statement in this opening.
So Mountain View with the ball and the 27-22 lead. Probing the paint, getting to Hawkinsmith. He loses the ball. I think he just didn't ever handle the pass correctly. Ends up in the hands of Ethan Woolley. As he begins the play, looking for a pass, finds Jensen on the wing, getting it to Reed Olson. He's double teamed immediately, trying to pivot around Hawkinsmith, and he ends up drawing the foul.
Like we were saying from the first half, Hawkinsmith does a really good job of timing up when you're going for that layup. Reed Olson, I think, making the adjustment, knowing, hey, I can pump fake this guy, catch him up in the air, and draw some fouls, maybe put him in a little bit of foul trouble moving into the second half.
Second foul on Hawkersmith. And it's a second trip to the line for Reed Olson in this game. Misses the first one. He went 2 for 2 on his opening trip. Misses that one. Couple of score updates. Mountain Crest went to Star Valley, Wyoming and won 47-37. Low-scoring game there. And at halftime, Green Canyon leads 27-23 over Skyview. The undefeated Wolves trying to keep it that way. Second free throw, no good for Reed Olson. And then out of bounds off Mountain View. Graydon Olson fighting for that board. Doesn't get it, but he keeps the ball with the Grizzlies. Josh Jensen inbounding it, trying to find someone to get the ball to. Finally finds Woolley in the corner. Now to Reed Olson in the post. Got to be wary of the double team. Goes up with the ball, misses it. There may have been some contact on that backside. No call. Mountain View takes the missed shot, going the other way with it. Swing out to Hawkersmith. He mishandles the pass, and it dribbles out of bounds.
Pass from Brennan Olson to Hawkersmith was at Hawkersmith's feet. And that is a tough call for a 6'8" player to reach down that low to catch a pass. I do not blame Hawkersmith one bit on that.
Milo Steele has it. Hand off to Josh Jensen. Now to Reed Olson inside. Foul called, and he nearly got the shot to go. And so Reed Olson going to go to the line once again. That one's on Jake Goodman. His first foul of the night.
Reed Olson taking his routine very seriously right now.
Yeah, same routine. He's missed that one. He's now missed 3 straight from the line after making his first 2.
Not to make a joke, but there are shades of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he does take a minute on his line. He does a big old inhale, exhale, steps up to the line. 3 dribbles. Puts it up, gets this one to go, so now he's 3 of 6 on the night. Gives himself his 9th point of the game. And the Grizzlies trail 27-23 with 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Milo Steele nearly getting a steal. But Mountain View manages to reset it. Now an interior pass. Hawkersmith was not ready for that one. And it's an easy steal for Josh Jensen. Ethan Woolley going to take a quick 3 in transition. Bounces around. No good. Graydon Olson getting the board. Then he's swatted by Hawkersmith. Reed Olson gets the follow-up, misses, gets his own rebound, and then draws a foul on Hawkersmith, who now has 3.
One of the things Mountain View seems to be struggling with, particularly Hawkersmith, just can't. He's kind of having butterfingers now. Logan is taking advantage, right? As soon as they get the ball right, they're hustling over to the offensive side. And Reed Olson doing his thing underneath the paint, right? Putting Hawkersmith in pretty difficult positions, having to take fouls.
Got to make these free throws, though, as he misses that one, as he's struggling to hit 50% in this game. Referee picking some debris up off the court or something. As Reed Olson will get his second attempt, try and bring this within a 1-possession game. It's 4 points right now. Reed's second free throw, no good, off the front rim. Rebounded by Graydon Olson, though. Grizzlies have another chance to get points. Milo Steele, he hits a 3-pointer. Grizzlies within 1 point now.
Milo Steele is 2 for 3 from three-point land. There's that supplemental scoring, especially from Milo Steele. He is dangerous from three-point.
Grizzlies going with a bit of a pressure defense. 3-pointer up for Mountain View, no good. Reed Olson fights off Pearson to snag the board. Ethan Woolley in transition, now he pulls up. Hawkersmith isn't on the court, so they're going to go to Reed Olson a lot, and they do just that. He puts it up and in.
Reed Olson, this is your time to feast. To just take any chance you have and run it down the court. As something looks like is wrong with his shoe. He's grabbing it.
A three-pointer from Kevin Lewis. He hits his third three-pointer. Yeah, Reed Olson's got something going on.
Is he taking a shoe? Here's a funny story for you. Graydon Olson is trading shoes with Reed Olson, his older brother.
Yeah, it's not hurt. It's something with his shoe. And Mountain View sending in Graydon Olson's running back. He's going to try and find shoes of his own. Jackson Hockersmith back in the game as they're going to take advantage of Reed Olson not being on the court for a quick possession or two. As Reed's going to do the fastest shoe change of his life and then sprint back to the scorer's table most likely. Grizzlies have the ball. They're down 2. They led a moment ago, 28-27, but that three-pointer from Mountain View gave them a 2-point lead back. Jensen with the ball, dribble handoff to Woolley. Woolley going around a screen. Nearly loses his dribble, has to pick it up. Gives to Eli Cox, now to steal. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jensen going around a screen, feeds it to Alvarado. Layup good. Some nifty athleticism shown there by Cam Alvarado. Ties this one up at 30. And now they're going to feed Hockersmith as soon as they can. Although take advantage if the Grizzlies try and double. Alvarado fighting for his life underneath there. Three-pointer Lewis. He gets an open shot and he drills it. He's got 2 3-pointers in this second half. And he has 13 points to lead all scorers. And Matt Scablin called a timeout. There was a whistle to stop because the net had hung on the rim. But Matt Scablin had also called timeout. And it's a full timeout, so we're going to go ahead and take it as well. We'll be back here on KVNU as well as streaming live on CashValleyDaily.com.
Without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Welcome back as we resume play here at Logan High School. Logan Grizzlies trailing 33-30. And Adam, you did a little investigative journalism finding out what happened to Reed Olson's shoe as he had to leave the game for a couple minutes. Guess the heel just broke?
Yeah, so there's a plastic unit in most basketball shoes called the heel counter, and I guess Reed Olson just pivoted wrong on it because it completely snapped in half. The equipment manager showed me it just bends right in half, and that is not good for a basketball shoe.
Grizzlies miss mid-range floater on their first possession out of the timeout. So Mountain View takes over with that 33-30 lead. They've hit some three-pointers to really put the pressure on the Grizzlies, who overall been having a good offensive half, but Mountain View having an even better one is Pearson. Coleman Pearson hits another three-pointer. His impact was limited in the first half. It has not been limited in the second half, where he's got 9 points.
He is 3 for 3 from three-point land. Hasn't missed a single shot today.
Reed Olson inside, double-teamed, and loses the ball. Has it tipped away by Aiden Peterson. And now Mountain View taking over with a 6-point lead. A chance to really pull away here with 3 minutes to go in the third. Peterson with it, probing the paint, looking for a pass. He'll put up a floater, and he misses it. Reed Olson gets it, and then he's fouled by Peterson. That nearly puts the Grizzlies in the bonus this quarter. 4 fouls on Mountain View, none by the Grizzlies. That'll get some of the dads in the stands yelling.
Yeah, definitely get some of the parents a little passionate about what the heck is happening here.
2:55 to go here in the third. Grizzlies trail by 6. I think most of the shots that Mountain View has hit this quarter have all been threes. I think they have. I think every single one of them. They've hit 4 3-pointers. Reed Olson inside, trying to hit a two-pointer. Misses the initial one. Misses the second one. It was partially kind of blocked underneath. Aiden Peterson getting a swat. It left Reed Olson's hands, so it's not a jump ball. But then as Reed Olson recovered from that, he is then fouled, so he'll go to the line once again.
They called the foul on number 20, Aiden Peterson. That's his second foul of the night.
So we go Reed Olson. He struggled a bit from the line today. Was he 3 of 8? Or
yeah,
4
3 of 8. No, 3 of 9, correction.
He makes the first one there, though. So he's now up to 12 points. Leading the Grizzlies. Though not too far behind him is Milo Steele with 8. He's made this a 36-31 game. He'll try and make it a 4-point game, trying to keep pace with the 3-point shooting of Mountain View. He misses it, though. Graydon Olson, I think Graydon Olson's got 3 offensive rebounds on misses from his brother there. And then a pass. Graydon Olson loses it. He couldn't hang on to it. Great pressure there from Pearson as he forces the turnover, the mistake from Graydon. Can't fault him too much because Graydon earned that chance to make the mistake.
Absolutely.
So 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. It's 36-31. Grizzlies trail the Bruins as the Bruins come into the front court with the ball. Pearson, guarded by Woolley, diving into the paint, puts up a floater, hits it.
That's his first 2-pointer of the night, and he drilled it.
He's made it look easy. He had some frustrations with some fouls early on, and he does not look frustrated now. And a steal, and then a foul by Max Clayton. Kevin Lewis came up with the ball and then was fouled by Clayton. As the Grizzlies starting to fall apart a bit here, as Mountain View can hardly miss on offense, and the Grizzlies are only kind of plodding along on offense.
Yeah, just kind of struggling. Every now and then you get a little burst of something, but not much else has been happening for the Grizzly offense.
Peterson guarded by Jensen, feeds it to Pearson. Pearson into Hockersmith, going up against Reed Olson. Turnaround hook shot, misses wide left. Reed Olson snags the board and gives it to Steele. Steele navigating his screen. He'll take a pull-up 3, nails it. Just what the Grizzlies needed. Milo Steele now has 11. And the Grizzlies are within 4 with 1 minute 40 seconds to go. Pearson, though, driving into the lane, kicks it out, 3-pointer up, no good, grabbed by Woolley.
Milo Steele has gone 3 for 3 on his last 3-point shots. Maybe filling the fire a little bit. Maybe you want to see if he tests the hot hand here if you're Logan.
Graydon Olson fouls, he drives the lane and then falling over, might have taken a mild shot to the head. Not intentional. He was fouled by Calvin Floyd, and then as Olson went to the floor, Floyd tripped over Olson, who is still on the ground.
I think he fell on the basketball. And I think that's what's causing him probably the most amount of pain. Doesn't look like he had the wind knocked out of him.
Just a really uncomfortable fall there. The Grizzlies are in the bonus, so while Olson was not shooting, he will get free throws. He's not shot a ton of them. He's shot a decent amount. He's 5 of 10 on the year. It's low enough volume that I haven't put a percentage instead of. I have a threshold. Like if you shot enough that I can just put a percentage, or is it low enough that I got to be able to specify? Olson makes the first, and I shoot north of 50% on the season from free throws, 6 of 11. And he's wearing a different pair of shoes now.
Yep, I think he donated to his older brother his pair of shoes.
He was wearing ones that are the same color as Reed Olson's, like red ones. Now he's wearing kind of black with green laces, the neon green laces.
It's an interesting color combo.
I don't mind it. The red really works well with the Grizzlies' color scheme. Of course, both these teams have very similar color schemes. Grizzlies out there in the white with the maroon numbers. Mountain View with black and similarly colored maroon. I don't know if it's exactly maroon. Second free throw is no good from Graydon Olson, so he sticks at 50% from free throw this season. Makes it 38-35. Mountain View still with the lead. And then a timeout. They had a man trapped. Grizzlies had a man trapped kind of in the corner. And Mountain View calling a timeout with 1 minute 9 to go here in the third. It's a 30-second timeout, so we're gonna keep it here. Grizzlies just staying within striking distance. They did take the lead earlier this quarter, 28-27. But then you had the run ahead, 36-30 by Mountain View. Seems like the Grizzlies just got to make something stick on defense. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's something I was going to bring up. I think Pearson, he has just been dangerous. And so I think that's kind of the root of the issue, right? It's like, okay, we haven't played against Pearson all night long. He's just another three-point shooter. He's only going to make a couple. No, he is good. He is 3 for 3. And I think that's kind of what's been giving Mountain View a lot of opening. I mean, Hawker-Smith, I mean, he's kind of a quiet. I mean, he's had himself a pretty good half, but nothing like he did.
Open three-pointer off the inbounds and nailed by Brennan Olson. 5 3-pointers just this quarter from Mountain View as they've just made the Grizzlies pay from deep. And then Olson gets a steal, and he's going to go the other way with it and lay it up and in. 5 quick points for Mountain View as they now lead by 8 with 44 seconds to go in the third. Grizzlies just can't give themselves a break here. Andre Campos in the game, giving it to Olson. He's going to isolate in the post. Double team comes. He gives to Campos. He probably got away with the travel. They get it to Milo Steele. He has his three-pointer blocked, but Graydon Olson grabs the offensive board, and Easy tries to pass it. He has it stolen. They get it up on the fast break, laid up easily and in, and it is a 7-0 run in the span of less than a minute. Grizzlies now trail by 10.
Just slow down this last possession. Have something positive going into the fourth quarter because it is coming up all Mountain View.
Yeah, 8 seconds on the clock. Steele had to pick up his dribble. Gives to Campos 3 seconds. Takes a wild, long three-pointer, no good. And that'll be the end of the quarter. Mountain View celebrating as they know they ended that quarter on an absolute rocker. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter. The Grizzlies have a lot of work to do.
We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices. Call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, because I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
We're back here as we begin the fourth quarter, and the Grizzlies have suddenly a lot of work to do. They trailed by only 3 points with about a minute to go in the third quarter. They trail by 10. They allowed 21 points in the third quarter. And now Mountain View likely going to slow the ball down and get a few points. Well, Hawker-Smith going to take an early shot clock three-pointer, no good, and then a foul. Mountain View's picked up a lot of cheap fouls in this game as they get one there. So the Grizzlies will be 4 fouls away from being in the bonus with 7:47 to go here in the quarter and in the game overall. They're going to need to score some points. They're going to need some score points in a relative hurry and get some stops. Josh Jensen with the ball. Gives to Reed Olson. Double teamed in the post. Going to fight through it. Misses. Gets his own board. Misses again. Probably a little too aggressive there from Reed Olson. Kind of forcing that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against a double team.
Inside. Maybe a bit of a travel. Got away with it. Of course, the Grizzlies have gotten away with 2 or 3 of those. Missed it. An offensive rebound to Pearson, I believe. And then he's fouled by Reed Olson. Got him on the arm.
Well, in the last, 2 minutes, everything has come up Mountain View, and they've taken full advantage, extending this to a 10-point lead.
Make that 11 as the first free throw goes for Pearson. He's now got 12. I think all but 3 of that is in the second half.
Yep. insane. He's had a really good game. For limited minutes, he's had an incredible game.
Second free throw is in. Makes it 47-35, largest lead of the game for either team. We're seeing the Grizzlies have only ever led by one a couple of times. That's been their largest lead. Woolley with the ball in the corner. Puts up a mid-range jumper, no good, and then Woolley commits a foul on the rebound. And so it'll go over to Mountain View. Second foul this quarter by the Grizzlies. Got to get some things to go in a hurry. 12 points is a lot to make up in a single quarter.
And you can start that on defense, right? Get some turnovers, get some fast breaks if you're Logan. But you got to play solid defense here. You can't let it get wide open threes, especially from Pearson and number 0, Kevin Lewis. They've been dangerous.
Brennan Olson swings it over to Goodman. He gives it to Hawker Smith, who gives it to Pearson. Pearson pivoting around, now probes baseline. Now sends it inside, layup up and good. Brennan Olson with a contested layup gets it to go. 14-point lead now for Mountain View, who have all the control in this one. Steele, he's got 11. He's been a big secondary scorer. He gives to Reed Olson at the elbow. Pump fakes an elbow jumper and then just loses the ball as he goes inside.
I think Reed Olson was a little surprised that he got the ball from Milo. He was in a good position to kind of have a one-on-one with Hawker Smith. Just bad dribble right off the knee, out of bounds.
Now pass inside to Hawker Smith, then he gives it up to Goodman. They'll slow it down. Brennan Olson over to Kevin Lewis. Lewis driving into the paint, trying to dump it off to Hawker Smith, but he loses it. Long pass forward to Josh Jensen. He gets fouled and makes the shot.
That's the kind of stuff. If you're going to get back in this game, you got to start doing stuff like that. You got to be able to convert on free throws as well.
The heads up pass there from Reed Olson is like, no sooner did he grab that ball as he's immediately throwing it forward.
Yeah, definitely good awareness of where your team's at on the court.
Josh Jensen's and one free throw is no good. Braden Olson nearly had himself another rebound, but it kind of hung up on the rim too long. So it's a 12-point lead for Mountain View as they'll take some time off the clock, but they're not draining the entire shot clock each possession. Jake Goodman being hounded by Josh Jensen, and then the ball slips through the legs of Kevin Lewis. Him and Goodman were trying to hand off, and then they just kind of lost it.
Yeah, just poor ball handling skills. Ball goes right out of bounds. Logan has an opportunity to just keep clawing your way back into this. Don't give up, right? That's what I imagine your coach is telling you, right? Although we've had a rough couple of minutes here. Just keep fighting here.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. They kept fighting in that game against Tooele. Trailed by 10 in that one. They've trailed by 14 here. And later than they did in that game, they had a lot more time to fight back from the 10-point deficit. But Matt Scablin called timeout, so that's where we're at right now. 49-37 is your score here in the fourth quarter. They have the timeout clock running, so I can't remember exactly how much time was left on the clock. It was under 7 minutes.
I think we're at 6:30.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So I believe where it was at. So Grizzlies have enough time, but they can only allow like 2 or 3 more points the rest of this quarter.
Yeah.
And you've got to get going fairly quickly. They scored 11 in the first, 11 in the second, 13 in the third. Like, those are your quarter totals. And they trailed by 14. They got to make up all of that. So they've got to get more offense condensed into this quarter than they have most of the rest of the game and combine with stops. I think they can do it, but it is a tall task. There's actually 5:40 to go, so we were off by about a minute here. Graydon Olson in the elbow, and he has it poked away. They're going to call foul, though. They're going to say they got him on the arm.
And they're going to call that on number 3, Jake Goodman, for his second of the night.
So it'll be a baseline inbounds for the Grizzlies as they get it to Graydon Olson. Sends it out to Steele. He'll take a 3, drills it. Grizzlies need some of that electric offense, and Milo Steele's providing some of that with his outside shooting. He's got 14, leading the Grizzlies in scoring.
The hot hand is hot. Keep on feeding him. He's going to help you get back into this game.
And then a long pass goes out of bounds. Great defense in the backcourt by the Grizzlies, who now trail 49-40 and will have the ball. 5:11 to go here in the game, as the Grizzlies continue to look to cut into this deficit. Reed Olson taking the elbow jumper, misses it. He chased after his shot even after he shot it. Colin Pearson forearm shivering Milo Steele in the chin. Not sure why he didn't get called for an offensive foul. He got called for cheaper fouls in the first half.
Definitely.
Three-pointer up and no good. Reed Olson corrals the board. Grizzlies now coming down with it. Milo Steele gives to Jensen. Jensen giving to Olson. Now back to Steele. Steele underneath the Graydon Olson. He puts the layup up and in. 49-42 now with 4.5 minutes to play. And a timeout call by Mountain View. They want to talk this over, as it is the Grizzlies who are beginning to build some momentum as they've cut the deficit to 7 with 4.5 minutes to play. And we're going to go ahead and keep it here. 30-second timeout.
Well, like you were saying before, right, it's going to start with how many stops can you give if you're Logan, right? You got to just keep scoring points every time you can. And I think we're starting to see some of that hustle, right, and some of that grit paying off here. Now you got to flip over to the defense. You got to get those stops. Like you were saying, you can only afford 1 or 2 buckets from Mountain View, and as we've seen, they can heat up fast at any moment.
And we've started to see that because they trail by 14, and so they've trimmed half of that in about half a quarter. So I talked about the deficit acting like it was the most impossible thing in the world, but they've shown the early stages of coming back from that, but they got to keep it going for 4 more minutes. Mountain View trying to get it across half court. They do so, getting into the corner for Pearson. Now swinging top of the arc, back to Pearson. Corner three, hasn't missed today, and he doesn't stop now. He drills the three-pointer, and that could be a dagger.
When you're 3 for 3, heck, why not take another one? Make it 4 for 4, and he does just that.
Woolley in the corner, looking for a pass out, finds Graydon Olson. Reed Olson now in the post, has it poked away as the double team came. Now pivoting, he's blocked by Hockersmith. And Pearson snags the board. Mountain View going the other way with it. They could put a knife right in the heart of the Grizzlies here with the big bucket. Kick out to the corner. Pearson, no good, airballed it long. And that'll go to the Grizzlies. I'm going to be honest, that probably should have gone to the Bruins.
Yeah.
But there was not really a protest from them, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
maybe you were wrong.
And I am also the farthest away from the ball as I could possibly be.
In other news, that's Pearson's first miss of the night.
It is, and that probably would have ended the game if he'd have made that three.
Definitely.
As it is, there's 3.5 minutes to play. Woolley driving into the paint, mid-range jumper, no good. Reed Olson snags the rebound and puts it back up and in. He wrenched that away from Jackson Hockersmith. Now the Grizzlies trail by 8. Got to get some stops, some turnovers, something. And they get a turnover. They force one. Graydon Olson comes up with the steal. It was poked away by the joint effort of Josh Jensen and Milo Steele. So 2:46 to go. Grizzlies trail by 8. Got to get a bucket basically every possession here on out. You can't afford to have empty trips.
Amen.
Reed Olson gives the steal, sets a screen. Pick and roll pass to Reed Olson. He misses on the layup.
It was a great opportunity too.
Now out to Kevin Lewis. Then a long pass, nearly missed it, lost it out of bounds, and then a timeout immediately called. Athletic play there from, I didn't see who was it, Jake
Brennan
Goodman?
Olson? I think it was Brayden Olson.
Was it Brennan Olson?
Yeah.
So 2:20 to go here. It's a full timeout, so actually we're going to go ahead and take the break with them, and we'll be back after this.
Political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
They really can.
Back here at Logan High School, in dire situation for the Logan Grizzlies. They trail by 8 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And Mountain View has the ball with that lead. And you're doing the math. Mountain View's made 10 3-pointers. Hard to win any game when you allow 10 3-pointers. Just throws off your defense so much.
Definitely.
So Mountain View draining clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock because they just pass it around top of the arc. Pearson has it. Gives it up to Goodman. He drives into the paint. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it up to Olsen. Swings it out. 3-pointer up. Kevin Lewis, no good. And then what the heck was that? And who's the foul? I think they're calling that one. They're calling that one on Pearson.
And the Mountain View coach is fired up about that.
Like, Woolley and Pearson just got tied up. And from one perspective, you could say Pearson just grabbed him and body slammed him. On the other side, you could probably, like, depending on which side you're thinking, you could have said Woolley, like, was kind of tied up in him and then shoulder checked into him, and they both fell to the floor. Like, that was just weird watching. That was staring right at it when it happened,
yeah,
too.
Exactly. It's one of those things that, like, you have to be the players involved to know exactly what happened. Outside perspectives, I go back to, man, the Mountain View coach. I understand why he's fired up, right? Because, I mean, not tight game. In a good game.
Close enough.
Close enough where that could maybe affect something.
And it's a 4th foul on Pearson.
I'm surprised the coach didn't get a technical out of that. I mean, referee keeping his cool.
That's why I didn't initially say who the foul was on, because I wasn't sure if they were going to call it on Woolley or Pearson.
Yeah.
Like, both of them could have got called for that foul. But the Grizzlies have the ball. I send it into Olsen, Graydon Olsen. He nearly loses the ball in the post, and he gives it up. Now they're going to call a double dribble, and I know he doesn't like that, but I can see the referee's perspective there.
Yep, definitely, me too.
Because it's whether or not he had the ball poked out of his hand. And he's got an argument, but I see the referee's perspective there. 1:40 to go, and the Grizzlies are just quickly running out of time here. They're almost to the point where they have to foul. They do foul. I don't know if it's on purpose, but Graydon Olsen fouls Brendan Olsen. That won't quite send Mountain View to the line, but it is very close. Thought it was their fourth, but it's only their third of the quarter. Andre Campos coming in for Graydon Olsen. Possibly for the last time there. Fantastic game from Graydon Olsen, I must say.
Absolutely. Although it may not reflect in points and that stat, he's played very meaningful minutes and has a big impact on this team.
Mountain View just swinging around the outside. They're going to take every second of the shot clock they possibly can, barring maybe a wide open shot. Grizzlies managed to trap him in the corner, but a timeout called by Mountain View as they continue to burn clock. Full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take it as well. We'll be back after this.
What they do with the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
All right, we're back here. Sorry about commercial, mid-commercial, but 1 minute 12 to go here in the game. Grizzlies down by 8. And I don't know if they're going to have enough time to come back. They're trying to force the issue here, but Mountain View eventually going to get fouled. Not quite going to send them to the line, but you get the foul. That resets the shot clock.
Yeah.
So that's just so. I mean, there's not much they can do anyway. I'm not going to criticize them. And I don't know if that was a purposeful foul. They're just trying to make something out of nothing here. Likely going to lose this game. Likely going to fall to 4-7. But a valiant effort in the attempt. Corner three-pointer up and good. Pearson caps this one. The 11th three-pointer of the night for Mountain View. Pretty much sticking a dagger right into the heart of the Grizzlies. Reed Olson putting up a turnaround scoop shot. Misses it. Andre Campos snagging the board, though. Woolley driving into the paint. Wild layup. Gets it to go. Hockersmith commits the foul. Grizzlies will draw within 10. Shot clock is off, though. Both teams in the bonus. So Grizzlies can draw this one out if they want. Woolley has, I believe, his first bucket of the half. His chance to convert an and one. Does just that. Makes it 55-47. Inbound for Mountain View. They bring it up the court. And Grizzlies will commit a foul. Jake Goodman going to go to the line.
Jay Goodman's going to be shooting his first free throws of the night.
Shooting 69% on the season, 9 of 13. Goodman's only got 2 points on the night. He'll stay that way for the moment. He misses his first. Graydon Olson going to come in for Andre Campos. They'll probably swap in and out. Graydon Olson's offensive rebounding ability has been top-notch today. They may need that. Coming down the other way. Goodman's second free throw is good. Makes it a 9-point advantage. Grizzlies going to have to hurry. 28 seconds to go. Woolley dribbling up the court. Trying to get into the paint. Gives it to Graydon Olson. He'll fire a three. Airballs it. Mountain View grabs the board. Grizzlies will commit the foul. I think it's just a little too late now.
Yeah, it's really, it's impossible. I feel confident in saying, at least statistically, right? It's one of those things that, you don't want to just lay down and die if you're a team, right? You do want to go out with like, hey, we did the best we can, and I think that's what this last 17 seconds is going to be for the Grizzlies, as Goodman's going to take some more free throws. He went 1 for 2 last trip.
This is the first one there, so best he'll do is 1 for 2. Second free throw with 17.4 seconds is good, so it's a 10-point deficit for the Grizzlies now. They bring it up the court. Woolley thought about a three-pointer, gives it off to Jensen. He'll drive into the lane, missed the layup. Reed Olson trying to grab the board, he won't get it. Mountain View with it, they'll pass it up, and going for the layup, a little unsportsmanlike there. Not the greatest moment there from Brendan Olson.
As he's bowing to the crowd and waving goodbye.
You got to just dribble that one out.
Yeah, I agree.
But they've earned the right to celebrate. They were the better team tonight, Mountain View, as they come in with this one 59-47. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll have some post-game analysis, and we will likely have head coach Matt Scaland on to talk about this game, just break down what was ultimately not the best night. They fought well, couldn't quite get the win here against a solid Mountain View team. Be back after this.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, because I hate a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find award-winning Sharp copiers and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT. When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, cause I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT. When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, cause I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
All right, we're back here with our post-game show, and we've got Logan head coach Matt Scablin on with us. And Coach, obviously a good Mountain View team coming to this one. They were on a 3-game winning streak, so you knew you had a tough opponent in front of you. Felt like you competed with them pretty well, just couldn't quite hang with them in the end, just didn't quite get enough stops at the end there.
Yeah, and I mean, they kind of got on a roll there, I think, middle of the third quarter. They really, hit a lot of threes. I think we just went over the number. I think they made 50% of their three-pointers. Long story short, if you give up 50% three-point percentage, you're going to lose a lot of basketball games, and a lot of them were contested. A few were open, but a lot were contested, so hands off to them. They came in and shot the ball really well. So.
is how much does that kind of just throw off the defense? Because you guys played incredibly well interior defense.
Yeah.
And I know Hawker-Smith, he didn't have as many points as he normally did, especially in the second half, but just felt like that three-pointer, just there was nothing you could really do at that point.
Yeah, and at that point it's more schematic than anything. It's guys needing to be in the right spots, understanding the assignments, and my kids played their hearts out, and I'll never blame them. We just fell asleep a couple times on defense, and they hurt us. So
that's what are the big things you try and learn, because you saw a lot of positives but just couldn't quite get over the hump. What are the things you take away from this? Try and make sure you get back on the winning side next time out.
Yeah, for sure. To get on the winning side, we got 17 guys in that locker room that are going to play their hearts out every single night. If you go back and watch tape, that's what we give you, and that's how we're going to do it. We got to do it on the defensive end of the ball. So review the tape, go back and kind of see where Mountain View hurt us, and make a practice plan moving forward. So that's how we'll do it.
Who are the biggest guys you think deserve a shout out? I know you had some big performances from Milo, Steele, Reed, Olson. Who are some guys you feel like are underrated in this one, provided some big effort tonight?
Yeah, last night's game would have been a lot different if Milo would have shot the ball away shot tonight, right? So good to see him get back on track. Obviously, Reed is an amazing player. And I even thought Josh Jensen played a good game defensively, right? He kind of got after them a little bit and hounded them, and that's kind of his role on our team. So.
All right. So that'll do it for us with Matt and Liz. Adam, if you had any questions for head coach or...
No, it was a good, like you were saying, just one of those things. You have a solid team, right? It's one of those things, just experience and like you're saying, everything. I just ditto.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and sign off for tonight. Thank you so much for listening. I've been Jason Walker, Adam Lurcher. Thanks again to Matt Scableman for coming on. Have a good evening, everybody.
This Logan Grizzlies broadcast has been a presentation of KVNU 610 AM and 102.1 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, DD Auto and Salvage, Old Grist Mill, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Adams Wealth Advisors, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Watch replays of previous games on CashValleyDaily.com.